spoilers. Sorry, guys.
We just watched Lightyear of Star Command. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling
feeling
really
good.
good.
Yeah, me too. What were our expectations going into it?
I thought it was gonna be pretty decent, like a good old time.
The film definitely grew on me with the marketing. Like I think when the first trailer dropped, I was like, really?
Mhm.
Okay, sure, whatever, Pixar. And then the like official trailer or the second trailer dropped.
The
and it was
Starman trailer.
Starman trailer. And I
Yup.
was like, oh, this film's gonna bump.
They
And
didn't
did.
play it once during the film, Zero.
Yeah, that's true.
I did also wish for some Starman, maybe over the credits.
Or when he was finally reaching hyperspeed.
I
or
think
when he
that would've been
busted
a
out
little
the
gratuity.
wings or something.
Yup.
Lots of points.
Oh my god, there were some good shots in this film too. Absolutely go see this. Support
Yes.
Pixar coming back to theaters.
Hell
Support Pixar not releasing their movies in China when they ask them to change things.
Yes.
That's a great thing.
Yes.
Also, not for nothing, but let's say that you were like an evil businessman. How do you cut out that? Because that would detriment the story, like significantly, as opposed to like,
I don't know, dude, but there are definitely cuts out there that we could probably investigate.
So I like
Yep.
that they leaned in and were like, no, this is going to be an integral part, and we're not going to cut it out no matter
Yeah,
what. So
it's
that's-
part
I
of
mean,
our-
they've been doing it
yeah,
as of late.
Since
I'm not going
what?
to give them credit for the past, their whole history.
I think
but,
since Strange is their first big one to do that.
Spider-Man didn't release in China either.
Yeah, but did that have ghosts and
Prominent
gays?
LGBT plus characters. I don't think Spider-Man did. Strange did, right?
Yeah.
Strange did not. Yeah,
America Chavez's mom's.
Right.
right. Which I guess they could have cut out, and they chose
They
not to.
absolutely
Good
could
for
have been like, my mom and best friend were lost.
them. Yeah, good for them. For
My
not.
mom and her roommate.
I really liked the tech in this film.
Yes.
Because it's supposed to be, so again, spoilers. This is supposed to be the film that Andy from Toy Story watched in theaters that inspired him to love the character of Buzz Lightyear and ask his mom for a Buzz Lightyear action figure for his birthday.
Yep.
And I was worried because I kind of knew that going in. I don't remember how I knew that, but like I had a feeling that was going to be it. And I was like, I really hope that like the tech reflects that, because they say in the film in 1995, which is
Yep.
the year Toy Story came out.
Yep.
And I was worried it was just going to do that thing where it's set in the past, but just has like modern technology where like Buzz pulls out like a laptop or something.
Yep. Yep.
And no, they didn't do that. There's a lot of like mechanical key sounds. They have a Windows dial-up or
Yes.
AOL dial-up noise. in the film.
Hilarious.
The rebooting screen is very like early
Yep.
90s
Yep,
computer with
very-
those
very
rigid sharp corners
non-modern.
and that like blue, that computer blue.
I
You know
love
what
that.
color I'm talking about.
He
Computer
pulls out
blue.
Ivan and blows on it like a video game cartridge and puts
Yes.
it back in. That's fantastic.
A lot of like press stuff, you know,
Mhm.
like none of these like smart like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
trackpad
I
anything.
I really like the observable texture on all the objects and all the tech.
Oh,
Oh,
the
yeah.
animation in this movie is flawless.
It is.
Oh my
It's
god,
incredible.
so smooth.
And when we watched the trailers, when we were talking about it, it's like, oh, it looks fine. I'm like, no, this movie looks gorgeous.
Mhm.
I also like how there was kind of a toy aspect to the stuff as a
Mhm.
nod to the fact that it was inspired by
Yeah, it felt like plastic, which is
Yeah.
great.
yeah,
That's
perfect.
exactly what it's supposed
Like,
to be.
oh my god, the V1, his ship, like
Yeah.
I'm like, I could literally see myself holding that. Like the
Yep.
V1
It's
rocket
really
ship
cool.
that I would absolutely ask my mom for,
Yep.
you know, because I never got the action figures. I only ever got the vehicles. I don't know why.
Yep.
That's understandable.
It's good. And I think the story overall works. I
Yeah.
think the villain's kind of weak though.
I see what you mean by that. I mean, that's like a tried and true trope of like, it's just me, but later. I think one of the worst Spider-Man games I've ever played had that twist where it's Peter Parker, the CEO, is the villain or something.
Flash season 3
Flash season 3.
with
Yeah.
Savitar.
Yeah, that didn't conclude very well.
I'm pretty sure there's like a massive plot hole with that. Like, if you-
multiple.
yeah.
But
a CW show plot holes?
I couldn't tell you them. I'd have to rewatch it. I'm not going to do that. So
Neither am I. But I'm not saying it was like a bad twist, but like what they did with Zurg, I kind of wish he was just like
a dude
Or his dad, because that's the joke that they make.
or
in-
his son, because
yeah.
time dilation can go both ways.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
When he popped up, I thought it was going to be his son.
Mhm.
But then also when, you know,
Yeah, that's a good point too.
because like
was a culture created a
so every mission he did was about 4 years, and he was gone. I think at the end of it, he was gone
22.
22 plus the other 62, so about 84.
Yep.
So if we divide that by 4, he did 22 missions.
Give or take, yeah.
22 missions. So for Buzz, assuming that he landed at night, slept, got up, and got in the ship the next morning to go back, like basically did like 1 day back before he did his next mission. He was really only on that planet for 1 year and like a month.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is crazy.
Which makes sense because he looks so freaking young.
Yeah.
So.
I also love that little bit at the start where they're like, you want to lose another 4 years? I'm like, he's not losing anything.
You guys
are losing.
Yeah, exactly.
He's going into the future.
He gets to live a longer duration of life.
Or time, not life.
Time, yeah.
Yep. He's over 100 years old, technically.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting.
Crazy.
Nuts.
I don't know. It's well written, but I think it could have been stronger.
It's well written to the point where you're like, ah, yes, there's a film, but it's not well written to the point where you're like, oh, wow, it broke any ground at all.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is a competent Pixar film that will not be remembered it's one of its best, but also will not be remembered as one.
However, for animation, maybe the best one.
So here's the trouble is that it's made by Pixar, which I'm just going to say it. They're probably the most consistently good studio that exists.
They
for
have
animated films, absolutely.
Absolutely. They have such a reputation.
If you look at their entire track, I don't think any studio ever has gotten that. A second best is Marvel because there's so much less. There's just 30 movies total. But Pixar is more than that, and they're overall higher rated anyway. So I think Pixar wins, like, hands down. So when you measure up to that level of quality and you make a good movie, people are disappointed, as crazy as that sounds.
I know. I've seen some pretty fucking bad takes from this film. So, we watched this premiere night, like Thursday night.
Yep.
For context. I went and saw this already on Wednesday night at a special pre-screening that Chris Evans introduced.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Which was pretty cool. But all the same, I was reading reviews today for a movie that had not come out yet, and people were shit-talking the film. By the way, just checked, there are fewer Pixar films than there are MCU films. Lightyear is number 26.
Oh, that's basically neck and neck then.
It is close, but
Interesting.
I wanted to double check.
Okay, so I'd say I can't say equal footing. I haven't seen every single Pixar movie.
Neither have I.
Seen about
But
half.
I also know Turning Red came out this year and got a lot of positive reviews. And again, had that Pixar stamp of an evergreen film where, you know, you're a child, but you can grow up and enjoy this film for other reasons.
Yep.
You know, it's got Soul a couple years ago.
One of the best ones.
Onward. I always say Inside Out. I think Inside Out's amazing. Even like some of their more early work, like The Incredibles.
Oh yeah,
has a lot of
Nemo.
Finding Nemo, Wall-E.
Oh yeah.
You know, they
Monsters Inc. and Toy Stories and stuff too.
I'd say very few MCU movies are as good as the heights of Pixar.
Oh, of course not. Of course not. Pixar films are high art.
Listen, if you're talking just like Toy Story, I don't think a single MCU film lives up to Toy Story.
I think I don't know about that one.
Well, more so the point is that like Pixar, I think, is just the best studio that exists.
Yeah.
Period.
In period, because because they've never made a movie that is like a 0 out of 10. They've made some bad ones, sure, but they're so few and far between.
I like Cars 2 is the only thing I can think of.
I haven't even seen Cars 2.
The Good Dinosaur I've heard is pretty boring.
Oh,
but
it's
I
not good.
like Good Dinosaur.
I think people are giving like I saw people being like, I can't believe this is Andy's favorite film. I'm like, bro, this is a film that
he was a child.
Yeah, he's 7.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? What was your favorite film when you were 7, you dumbass?
The
Fucking
Matrix.
probably Batman Robin.
Yeah.
Like probably one of those.
Like, dude, like let the kids sit. Also, like, I like that Pixar was like, we're just gonna make a film that, like, you know, Andy went to the theater and saw.
Yeah.
You know, like
It's so cool.
just give him an easy one. And
I really enjoy
this. I hope there's a second one. I want more Space Ranger shit.
Yeah, it's fucking
I kind of want them to continue in this vein. I kind of want to see a Woody thing now.
Oh my god. that'd be
Oh,
so
Wild Wild West, but
No.
it's Sheriff Woody.
Woody's Roundup movie?
Dude,
I
you know what?
would-
They're making content, and Woody's Roundup is a TV show. Make Woody's Roundup the TV show.
Hey, fun fact: the theme
no.
song would have to be Woody's Roundup, and you know how excited I'd be.
Yep.
No. Woody's Roundup reboot film.
Oh, dude, it's a gritty reboot, but it's intentional.
Woody's reboot.
I never thought Woody's Roundup would be a real thing to happen, but now that we have Lightyear, make Woody's Roundup, you cowards.
I think the animation in this movie is so crisp and fluid, but what they did with the movement of the characters is why I like it so much. Buzz in this movie moves exactly like Toy Buzz does during 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Socks's movement is really funny because he doesn't have joints in his arms, so it's exactly how it would move. Like, the movement physics in this are incredibly good.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked I mean, not to like circle back, but like the animation, there's some beautiful shots in this film.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, Buzz when he's crouching on the dark side of the planet after they just lost the crystal, and like Izzy comes up to him. There's just this wide shot of the two of them talking. I don't know why, but that shot, I'm just like, oh, that looks so fucking good. Or when Buzz, in nothing but his Space Ranger gear and his fucking wings, re-enters the planet's atmosphere, and like you see the burn up around him, and you're like, oh shit, that's fucking dope
cool.
as hell.
That's amazing.
I can't think of any live action film where I've seen a character re-enter Earth's atmosphere. That's dope as fuck.
There are a few, but they're always in like a big ship or a pod.
Yeah, I want to see human in spacesuit flying into the atmosphere, beating the shit out of somebody. That sounds dope as shit.
It is.
Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Good movie. I want to see good movie do it.
Yeah,
That's
no, I
fair.
really enjoyed basically most of the movie, like
Yeah.
throughout. Like I had a great time. Nothing really took me out of it. I feel like there's always a sequence, not always, but sometimes in Pixar movies, it's something that just takes me out.
There's always one scene.
It's like a scene.
It'll be
it's
a
like
more childish joke will make me
Yeah.
consider watching the film.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Like I know Soul had that when like he was a cat, and oh no, the joke is I'm a cat. We got to go have adventures in the middle of the movie. It's like, well, now you've kind of strayed away from the awesome themes you were.
Yeah,
whatever.
In the afterlife scenes, the great beyond.
Right.
I think Taika Waititi's character could have been rewritten
Was that Taika Waititi?
to be a little more useful.
It
was Taika.
I don't
That's
mind
funny.
him.
It sounded.
I don't
It
mind his
sounded
presence.
and looked
He's-
like them, but I
He's
couldn't
not
be sure.
overbearing.
He's not. I
But
feel
like at
you
the
know
end of
what?
the film, when Buzz is like, I already have my crew. I'm like, why are you picking him?
I'm gonna guess that in a previous draft or two, he was overbearing, and they wrote him down.
I believe
That's
that.
what
I
this
also
looks
believe Taika looking at the script just like, nah, mate, I'm not reading that line.
Yeah, we got to do this a little bit differently.
I just mean like at the end of the film, when Buzz is like, I'm picking my crew. I'm like, yeah, I get Izzy. She's really good, and
Yep.
Granny over here is an explosives expert, but like, no,
Also, the pen thing, the recurring joke about having a pen.
not that funny.
If that did not come back, I would have been like, bro, why is this even here? So like watching it and hearing the joke, it gets reinforced and reinforced. I'm thinking to myself, like, they better do something where it's going to be useful. Otherwise, why did you keep all of these scenes that aren't funny in the movie?
Yeah.
And then, of course, they paid it off. So if they didn't pay it off, it would have been madder.
Also, nice benefit of seeing this film twice. At the very beginning, the rookie, because he borrows the rookie's suit,
Yep.
has it.
I was wondering that, like, did he pull it out at one point? Or?
No, but
It's
you
a little
can see
indent.
there's a little indent.
Okay, good. That's good.
Yeah, so I was like, benefit of seeing this film twice.
This is the director's directorial debut. He has co-directed before, but he's never directed anything
he
before.
co-directed?
Finding Dory.
I really like Finding Dory.
It's great.
I think Finding Dory is pretty good.
I like it more than most people. I really, it's gonna sound weird, but at the end where she's like lost and literally trying to find her way home with the little things on the ground, and she just is lost. Like, I experience that every fucking day. Like I have no idea why I walked into a room.
Dory's your spirit animal, bro.
Straight up, that's just my life.
Fucking Dory and Guy Pearce from Memento, both just Jake.
Yep.
I wish there was more recognizable music. Like, not recognizable, like, oh, fun pop songs, but like a better OST, like a better.
That's funny because
composed
it's actually
soundtrack.
getting praised for its soundtrack.
I don't remember much of it.
It's just a lot of horns, like it literally sounds like a Captain America soundtrack.
Yeah.
Funny.
Like that bombastic
Yeah.
like hero sound, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
No,
That melancholy hero where he's looking at his suit in the fucking stand at the museum, and he's like, I can do this again.
Yep.
Reflective superhero is
Yeah.
like saying that should.
Wait, were
conjure
you
the
talking
song
about
in
Captain
his mind.
America, or were you talking about the scene where
I'm
he
talking-
goes back into the thing and sees the space commander suit and then puts it back on?
That's exactly the scene I'm talking about. I swear to God, it is the same music that is played when Cap goes to the museum in Cap 2.
Yeah.
I swear to you, it's the same song.
Hey, look,
they
have-
might be wildly different, but they're not.
Here's the thing: even if it was the same, they have the rights.
That's true.
True.
So it's all Diz.
I think they could have done maybe a more 90s sounding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been.
I feel like they were afraid because critics would have been like, "Oh, well, it's cheesy, bad," you know.
Listen, they reference
Also-
a lot of the stuff that Buzz says.
I mean, that's because I think they were working backwards there. Where it's
Yeah,
like, why
it's
would
smart.
why would you get an action figure that doesn't say these things?
Yeah, and I loved that.
Yeah, dude, the
Exactly.
scene where he pops out, he's like, "Not today, Zurg."
Right.
I like when he goes, "You're mocking me, aren't you?" So good, because Woody, he's like, "Oh yeah, no, Buzz, you're right." And he's like, "You're mocking me, aren't you?"
Yeah,
They
I
did
like
the
that.
thing.
I
And
can't.
the ship they fly at the end of the movie
It's
is
a toy box.
It's the toy box.
Oh,
that
it's
comes
so
in.
cool.
Yeah.
I love that. I saw that and I was like, "Oh my god, that's the toy box." It looks exactly like the other ship, but this one's blue, and I recognize the toy box as being blue. My fucking dumb pea brain.
That's some lizard brain. Yeah, movie 10 reference to other thing I like. Because that's always bad.
That's all. Well, it's
No,
not always.
I know it's not.
It's not inherently
The internet-
anything.
The internet's just so hypocritical with that kind of stuff where they're like, no, reference 10. And then they also unironically go, oh, reference 10.
No, listen, if it's reference for the sake of reference, I'm upset.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to this, you're literally making this movie as the thing that inspired Buzz Lightyear the toy. If you're not referencing Buzz Lightyear the toy, you're fucking doing it wrong.
Right.
No, I agree 100%.
Yeah,
And also on top of that, in terms of like references and fan service, they're not inherently good or bad. It's all about how you implement
It's
them in the
execution.
story. Yeah.
If it's just for the sake of getting people to recognize something and making them have that moment, then yeah, it's bad.
Exactly. That's why I have a lot of mixed feelings on the Illuminati and Doctor Strange.
Hey,
'cause
fun fact, I just don't like it. I don't have mixed feelings anymore.
They serve a purpose.
I straight up don't care.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
I see why you don't care. But yeah, no. So back to Lightyear for the 5th time.
I think we're wrapping up.
We're wrapping up. We're definitely wrapping up.
We all really enjoyed it. I will give a warning. If you're going to see this film, remember Pixar is ultimately for children. I know it's been a couple years since Pixar was in theaters. We had a lot of annoying kids in our theater.
Dude, the theater wasn't even half full and everyone was fucking annoying.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
like I'd say 50 minutes in, every kid just started talking.
Oh my God. They
'Cause
at
they were
full
bored.
volume like we are now.
Yeah.
In a theater while a movie is playing.
I remember at one point, Jake, you pointed this out after the film ended. They like get in the car or they get in the ship, and some kid behind us was like, "They're going to the castle," and I'm like, "The fuck is this kid
Dude,
talking about?"
He was like 5 feet away. Or else
He's probably watching a Minecraft video or some shit.
There was definitely, I don't know if you heard this, Jake, but there was definitely a kid watching something on YouTube in that video in that theater.
Yeah. No, that was insanity. It
Like,
was crazy.
It might have been the
It's
worst
also-
theater experience I've had in a while.
You got to remember too, and like this is why it's kind of on me. It's like, well, this is opening night for a Pixar.
It's not on you. No, parents.
It's on the parents.
Parents, fucking teach your kids to shut the fuck up.
During a movie.
That's
Just in general. No, I'm kidding. During a movie, like if you're going into a place that needs a quieter, like I know kids never shut the fuck up, so I'm not gonna be like, oh, kids should shut up. But when it comes to going to a theater, if you have like a 5 to 10-year-old, they should know at least remotely quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
God,
that's
it was
sucks.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like they were just straight up talking.
What was the last bad theater experience I've actually had?
For me, it was seeing Snake Eyes at noon.
And seeing Snake Eyes, just in general.
That woman, there was literally a woman talking, like a full-grown woman talking the entire time, and I was like, "Shut the fuck up!"
Mm-hmm.
It's already bad enough that I'm seeing Snake Eyes.
Yeah, I don't remember because we've had a couple where like there was like one loud person, but it's just like if it's one person just going yay, like I really don't fucking care. I can ignore
Yep.
one guy.
It's hard to manage because like you can't, like if the usher were to come over and be like, hey, be quiet, then like the family is gonna it could be one Karen who starts a scene. It's a whole thing and it ruins everybody's
Bro,
experience.
I'm
even
watching
worse.
Buzz Lightyear. Shut the fuck up. Stop bitching.
Yeah,
Like,
like there's a
come on.
whole thing.
Your
like,
kid's being loud.
Yeah.
So yeah, just remember that. Either try to go to a later showing
Mhm.
or be ready to grin and bear it.
Yep.
See, the early showing I went to in Boston, no fucking kids.
That's because it was a meet and greet with Chris Evans. Kids don't get
I'm
invited
not
to
bringing
that.
a 5-year-old to Chris Evans unless it's like a Comic-Con thing. That's different. But like not a fucking movie.
So I had the benefit of I'd already seen the film.
Yeah.
By the time we got annoyed by the kids.
That's
Like,
good.
Oh my god, these kids are so fucking loud.
Anyway, yeah, the movie's pretty great. Check it out. It's on my top 10 of the year. Not saying much right now.
It's
We're
on all
halfway
of
through
our
the year.
top 10s of the year.
Not
sir.
saying much because we haven't seen barely any movies, but by the end of the year, we're going to do a full year roundup, and I'm pretty sure this will be on the top 10. Maybe. Who knows?
Probably towards the bottom, but yeah.
Yeah. So.
Depends.
I
I really don't know what's coming out. Usually I can anticipate, you
Mhm.
know, just based on like what I know is coming out.
I have to
this
catch
year,
up
I really
on a
don't know
lot
what's
of
coming
stuff.
out.
I also have to catch up. I still need to watch Eow.
EAO is really great.
Everything everywhere all at once.
It's
For
so
the
good.
audience, I was gonna clarify.
E-I-E-I-O.
I am super excited to watch it. I just haven't gotten around.
Yeah. So yeah, go check out Lightyear.
Check it
Honestly,
out.
support Pixar back in theaters.
Out of 10, you guys go first.
Probably 8. It's good. It's not Pixar's best, but it's fucking great.
I guess I have to go 8. I kind of thought 9, but it's like, you know
the
what?
thing
No.
that really carries this movie is the flawless visuals.
I know.
Oh my god.
so
dude.
Let me put it this way: the first Pixar's that would conjure to mind when people say, "What's your favorite Pixar?" are gonna be the ones with the depth to them.
Yep.
You know,
Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo, Inside Out,
That's
those
fair.
ones. You know, Soul,
Onward for me is a
Ratatouille
9.
for joke with.
Ratatouille.
Onward's a 9. Soul is a 9. I'd say this is an 8.
Yeah, this one would be more like, what are some fun Pixar films? That Lightyear, Cars. You know,
Lightyear's
like
fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Check it out and see you guys next time.
Collectively an 8 out of 10. Pussy. Make
Make anything.
Sorry,
Ian,
I had to hiccup.
Ian
Pussy,
just had a weird
make
hiccup.
the film.
Pussy make.